Hey friends, what's up? Welcome to the channel. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about what to expect moving forward in 2025. 2 weeks ago, we talked about some real estate trends, appreciation, home sales. We've talked about what does that look like over the past few years, and obviously what does that look like moving forward. Last week, we talked about this economic boom that's coming into the lake. And so this week, I just want to kind of tie it together on, hey, what does all this mean, right? What should we expect moving forward? And of course, how can we help you with your needs? If I sound a little funny, it's because I've lost my voice this week. So is what it is. I got to get a video done because I don't want to miss them. So bear with me if I start hacking or coughing or my voice just sounds froggy. It is what it is. Nevertheless, I want to talk about what to expect moving forward. So 2 weeks ago when we talked about the market in real estate and homes, hey, what does that look like? Hey, we shoot these videos in pretty much real time. So you're watching this video on the back half of February. And if you're in that home search, if you're actively looking, if you're thinking about looking, if you're just exploring and trying to figure out if this is a good kind of relocation for you permanently, maybe you just want a lakefront home for your family, maybe you're trying to do some investments. Right now, what's happening is everybody has been prepping their properties for the entire winter, right? Cleaning them up, staging them, cleaning them out, like doing a whole bunch of stuff to get their properties ready, fixing them, painting them, stuff like that over the winter. So normally inventory over the winter is pretty low, but when March 1st kind of hits, it's the kickoff to, a lot of things, right? You start to get on the back half of winter. You start to feel like, okay, spring is right around the corner. Summer is close. It's almost here. But a lot of people that are looking to move or shift purchases or sell their lake homes or their second homes, they are really getting everything ready to about this March 1st timeframe. So at the beginning of March, you will see an uptick in inventory levels, right? More homes are going to hit the market, more opportunities for those that are active. So if you're thinking or if you're considering doing something, if you're already set up on a home search, super cool. Keep that home search going and keep an eye on how inventory levels might stack up. If you're not on a home search, call us, let us know. We would love to set you up on a home search so you can see everything that's available right now. More importantly is you'll start to see more things come available once we get into that March timeframe. So there's a lot of activity kind of going on behind the scenes right now. A lot of people have taken photos and cleaned their properties. And again, come this beginning of March kind of timeframe, the month of March, you're going to see this uptick. And so with that, what we should expect moving forward is more inventory, right? But you're also going to see more buyers. And so keeping a close eye on inventory levels and buyers is going to dictate or determine whether or not you're going to be in a competition environment for any type of offer you're looking to make. And so right now, because the interest rates are still slightly higher than we would like them, it's sidelined a lot of people, right? A lot of you are just on the sidelines like, I'm going to wait until rates come down, or I'm going to wait until the market turns. And that's all good, totally fine. But understand if you do something and purchase now while the rates are semi-higher, you're probably more likely to get a deal on this home, right? Either a reduced purchase price. You might get some seller credits and concessions. We can use that to help buy down your interest rate and make it more affordable. But there's less competition, and so sellers are willing to do more things for you as a buyer than they normally would. Well, what happens when all of you that are on the sidelines are waiting for 5% interest rates? Well, then the inventory levels are what they are, but then you have this influx of buyers that come in. So instead of getting reduced purchase prices or credits from the seller, you might have to offer more or appraisal gaps or more incentives to the seller, because when they list their house, they now have 5 to 10 buyers looking at it. So just think about that as things move forward. And more importantly, call me and text me and reach out to me. I can explain that a little bit more in the two different markets, right? A seller's market and a buyer's market. Well, right now we are firmly in a buyer's market. So there's a lot of good opportunities, regardless of what the rates are and the inventory levels. Now is a good time. That will shift, right? 100% that will shift and you'll run into inventory levels a little lower, more buyers, more competition, and obviously less deals to be had. So with all that and looking to purchase and finding the right time, again, it comes back to this is still a safe purchase, right? Inventory and appreciation and home values. There is a small group of people that still feel like we're in some sort of bubble that might pop at some point in time. And a lot of those folks, no negativity intended, but you've been sitting on the sidelines since like 2022 thinking that there's going to be a bubble, and there's just not going to be a bubble. Moving forward, you are still going to have healthy appreciation levels. And so not the crazy appreciation that we saw during the COVID timeframe, during the pandemic when rates were 2% and home values appreciated at 15 and 20%. You're not going to see that. But you are going to see continuous, healthy, normal appreciation levels. So if you're looking to invest, owner-occupied, second home, buy some condos for some investment properties, it's still going to give you your ROI in 5 years or 10 years or whenever you decide to offload that property. So the home values are going to keep going up because there is only so much inventory and now there is more demand. There's also, as we talked about last week, this new economic boom that's kind of coming into the lake, right? There is a lot of outside investors coming into the lake and putting their money to where they know it's going to be a safe investment. So if you see these big projects happening and these big developments happening, that should give you a level of security that like this is a safe place for, again, a financial investment. It's going to continue to grow. So you have things like Oasis at Lakeport, the biggest development that's going on down here, hundreds of millions of dollars being invested into this, massive Ferris wheel amusement park, hotel, restaurants and retail, and this huge kind of Disneyland looking thing here at the lake, right? That's a big investment. You have the Osage Casino that is a big investment. We talked about these things last week. Pin Seekers and kind of like a Top Golf thing that's going to be an investment. They're changing things with, the amphitheater and the airport, and they're reinvesting into this community and into the infrastructure because they know, right, these developments are continuing. The desire to move here is still very high, especially when we realize that we can work remotely. And so a lot of folks we talk to are remote workers. And so they're looking for something different than hanging out in suburban big cities and stuff like that. They want lake life, different lifestyle for their children. They want more bang for their buck. They want a different cost of living, right? And so kind of with all of that, they're realizing that they can relocate and work kind of anywhere. And so the desire to be here is going to be there. The appreciation levels are going to be here. A lot of this big development is going to continue, which is going to continue to make it a healthy place to live and invest. Moving forward again into 2025, one of the big topics we talk about a lot is the current interest rates. And so boring, right? The wonderful world of mortgages, and that's my background. And so for sure, I love having conversations, helping you navigate your financial world, but also expressing like, hey, what do we think 2025 is going to bring? So if you're on the sidelines because you want the rates to kind of come down, I 1000% understand where you're coming from. But there are creative things that we can do to help make it easier. Again, right now, leveraging seller concessions to help buy down interest rates is a big component. But moving forward, I don't really predict a massive movement on interest rates going down in 2025. I think they'll fluctuate like normal up and down roller coaster, mountain hills, like whatever. Like you're going to have that fluctuation, but nothing to where if we're in the high sixes or low sevens, that by summertime, we're going to be in the fives. Like I think in longevity, the fives are where we're going to land at some point in time. I just don't see it right now. So if you're okay with waiting, right, till maybe next year or next spring, you might have those rates that are more comfortable for you. Again, remember, you're probably going to have a little bit more competition. So a lot of times we talk to folks about buy now and refi later, right? Love your home, date your rate, because you can always refi and restructure at another time. And so moving forward into this year, maybe a little slight movement up and down on rates, but we don't see anything drastic that's going to change things. So again, guys, just a video to talk about kind of, what it's going to look like moving forward. You're going to continue to have healthy appreciation levels. All this new development coming into the lake is going to continue to attract outsiders and drive in healthy economic, financial kind of swing. So that's going to be a positive thing. A lot of outside investors coming in. So like new developments and new lakefront properties and communities, that's going to continue to help. The refresh of what's already here and kind of fixing up the amphitheater and the airport. A lot of these golf course communities are making some improvements and upgrades. And so you have this continuous influx, especially more now than kind of ever before. So if we've already seen healthy appreciation levels, this kind of stuff is going to add another kind of little mini boom to the area. And so just your timing is your timing, right? Again, if you're set up on a home search right now, super cool. Hopefully inventory levels kind of at the beginning of March and through March are continuing to climb. If you're not set up on a home search, or you're just curious, you're exploring, you're wondering what the possibilities of living lake life or being down in the Lake of the Ozarks area is, like, call me, email me, text me, come down and visit. Like, we would love to host you, drive you around different parts of the lake. Clearly when the weather warms up, we can get out on the boat and drive around, like show you things from the lake. It's a lot of fun doing that, but we're here to help, right? We have a team and a brokerage and plenty of people and resources for if you're thinking about navigating to this area, relocating, buying an investment home or a lakefront or a cabin or whatever it is that you want to do. We have every resource for you to help you. So my business partner and I, and what we've established down here, literally can handle any of your relocation needs. And next week, stay tuned, because next week I'm going to talk a little bit about what relocating to this area looks like, right? We're going to show you some things and talk about hopefully some helpful tips that can help with what it looks like to relocate. So in the meantime, again, I say it all the time, I love shooting the videos, but I love more to connect with you. So call me, email, text me, let me know what I can do to help you out. And until then, we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.